Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your July 2023 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. Yeah, you come in the month here with the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So, this is the Knight of Swords in reverse. I mean, even upright is not that diplomatic, but in reverse, he holds a lie and is really harsh about it. So some of you will come in the month and have had dealt or deals with a very harsh communication here. This is like somebody trying to tell the truth, and it brings a lot of anxiety into you. And for the majority of you, that person is you. So that means that's your inner talk, inner destructive talk that brings a lot of anxiety and worry and stress. So it always depends. At one point we have it so much inside of you that it kind of appears outside of us, and that's why it hurts, because we believe it. And during the month you'll be destabilized by this. Okay, there you are in reverse. But at the end of the month, big change. So here I have the King of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. It's like if, whoa, you're getting over it at one point. You're having the fire, the courage to take that pentacle, the vision, and start building something. All right. Under that little crash here, it's like a mental crash, we have the Ace of Sword. So, of course, the Ace of Sword is in the hand of the divine. That means that you have to grab it. So even though while this is happening, you have a sense of the truth. It's ready for you to be grabbed. And that truth comes from your High Priestess. She's going to tell you why this Knight of Pentacles is not moving. And the opposite, because he's already slow, okay, getting to his goal. But when he's in reverse, he's actually undoing his goal, slowly but surely. And so your higher self, connected with the divine, and that understands the part of you that understands the principalities and the mechanics of the universe, is trying to make you aware of this. And it is because of that lie. Under the Temperance, you, Sagittarius, in reverse, that means that it's almost like this month you'll be reacting to it. You won't be quite ready in the beginning or mid-month to start healing from it, but it's getting there. And the thing is, here we have the Three of Wands in reverse, Nine of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. When the Six of Pentacles is in reverse, there's the unfairness, of course, where we understand, let's say, logically, what is balance, what is giving and receiving in a balanced way, and so on. But we haven't integrated it within us, okay? And sometimes that's why something that is not balanced is still shown to us. The principle of balance is when there's no limit to how much you can be plugged to the infinite abundance. That's why the guy is represented as rich. It's not three guys with the same wallet here. It's, the universe doesn't work on a communist base. It works on a as above, so below. From the infinite abundance has to pass through you in order to come here. So if you have a limitation within yourself, or that you can only receive what you can justify mentally, and that you have something like this, well, it's going to be very hard to pass. So what is going to be manifested there will not be of abundance. And the same way as when you're receiving, if you're not in a state of being that it's normal to receive, you will have a hard time receiving. You will think you'll owe, or you'll have to do something in exchange. If you take a child that is in a, healthy environment, let's call it, if a stranger gives him a gift, he won't see anything pass it. He'll just take the gift. That's why we have to train them not to take gifts from strangers. But for them, it is natural that people would want to give them gifts because this is how the flow functions. But then we're taught that we have to, it's within a certain frame, and then we have to deserve it, and then we have to so on and so on. So we go from there to there, and then sometimes even worse, the 5 of Pentacles, abandonment, sacrifice, and so on. So here, when it comes to how I see what can come towards me, I don't see it. I'm expecting more hits on my head than gifts from strangers. And I have to keep my boundaries and put my energy there just to make sure, because there's kind of a very aggressive energy coming towards me. Okay? But at one point you will recognize that that energy is within you also towards you. Under our total reversal of energy here with the King of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Look at those 3 kings. Like, whoa, 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 we're taking charge here. And then under that, we have the 9 of Pentacles. There's my worth. And there I am releasing the sadness, the grieving, the emotional pain that came maybe from way before or from that thing, but you're getting over it at the end of the month. Your kings are standing for you. We don't have the King of Cups because it's dealing with cups, but I think the King of Cups will come later. Bottom of the deck, I have the 8 of Cups. And that is like, okay, if I release, I can only release once I know there's more and I'm going to get more, because, there's no empty space. For the old to go, the new has to push it to kind of leave. And the 8 of Cups is that I'm going for that cup, that new cup I haven't experienced. Let's clarify this for you, Sagittarius. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Sagittarius for the month of July 2023. Sagittarius. Okay, let's look at the 9 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. So really there's this there's this thing you need to understand at the beginning of the month here. And as long as you're not understanding it, you're still buying a certain lie and it's hurting you. Here I have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, Ace of Sword. So that ace, of course, is floating over your head like this because it's in the hand of God and it needs to be grabbed. So in order to be able to take opportunities, we cannot be in anxiety. We cannot be in the, it's not there, there's nothing good coming towards me kind of thing. Because then we will walk past it 100 times and we won't be able to grab it. Let's look at that Ace of Sword. What is that? Ooh, yeah, it's talking about this and this. I don't see what is coming towards me. Here is the Page of Cups. So that means that there's information. Maybe for some of you, like if we really go into the human tribulation, it is somebody that really cares for you, that wants to bring you that understanding. Okay, because you're kind of losing faith when it comes to what you're seeing in front, or your incapacity to see what is in front or what would be coming towards you. Nothing ever good ever happens to me, or I don't see the bright future here. What is the High Priestess saying? What is the High Priestess saying? But with that little extra cup of love, of possibility, of just feeling good and grace and peace, that would be enough to have that clarity, that new information. Because, your High Priestess, she wants you to have a certain judgment on your past 10 years, on your empire, on the reality you've created until now. Okay? And here I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Wands is all about, this is sliding away. The Knight of Wands is all about our capacity to, okay, maybe not in the most grounded way, because you see that he's the one that his horse is doing cambré there. I don't know in English, a welly. But it's not super grounded. It's on a trampoline, going towards something. It's in the here and now and following its passion. But when it's in reverse, it's all over the place. It's not stable at all. So, okay, let's look at Temperance in reverse. So, Moon, Ace of Cups. The moon reveals. It will reveal something to you. Okay? So, it might be during the full moon in Capricorn. It might be the new moon in Cancer. But there's an Ace of Cups here. So we have Ace of Wands, Ace of Sword, Ace of Cups. But all of this was hidden in the moon. Sagittarius, it's like if the universe really wants to give you a cup here, so that they know that with that new cup, your truth is gonna change. Let's look at that Nine of Wands with the Three of Wands and the Six of Wands in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Ten of Cups. So, Nine of Pentacles. Just those two, I would say, wow, this is amazing. But this is to clarify this. Okay, we have to keep that in mind. The nines, they can have a tendency, because they're always alone on the card. So, and you have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacle. You are at the nines. The 10 is done when it comes to your cups. And when you see the 10 of Cups, it's the end all be all at the level of consciousness that you are now. Okay? So your 10 of Cups when you were 10 years old was maybe the Christmas Eve, but when you're 20 or 40 or 60, Christmas Eve is not your 10 of Cups anymore. Why? Because you're more conscious, your capacity to receive water is deeper, more profound, and so it grows in that cycle. But when we've hit our 10 of Cups and we think there's nothing more, or that we're, we need that cup to start the next cycle here, okay? Because in those, there's a callback, there's a judgment that needs to be done on those cups, on the 10 of Pentacle, on the 10 of Cups. There's the Ace of, you're right in that inch between the 10s and the aces to start your next cycles. But it's like you gotta trust your next cycle. You gotta know that, you won't be alone in your next cycle. It won't be just the results of your efforts. Okay? Six of Pentacle, maybe that's why. When we're like this, we understand the principle, but we haven't really experimented it. We become more and more independent and by ourselves. And we're like, okay, if I'm interacting with others, it's this balance. They want, they take. We have that Seven of Wands here. Okay, we have the Emperor and we have Strength. And we have to understand because see here, this is utilizing your power outside of you to push back the results of the reality you've created or that you're vibrating or so on. Here, it's inner strength. Strength over our own revolutions and fears and lies and things like that, so that we can recuperate our energy and to be able to bring it with insight, okay? So that our masculine is not wasting his energy defending, having a force field, worrying, in anxiety. Look at all that energy that's going all over the place. With that extra cup, all of this would fall into place because he would be able to be guided. Let's look at that King of Wands, Three of Pentacle, and Page of Pentacle. All of a sudden, the water is going to repair you in a sense that it's going to allow you to have that inner calmness. But in the meantime, here, by using strength, all right. Okay, it's still there. Here with the King of Wands, Page of Pentacle, Three of Pentacle, we have the Queen of Pentacle. That's going to be your feminine saying, yes, I have what it takes. We know that because you have the Nine of Pentacle. Yes, I have what it takes. I can accomplish that. I am grounded. I know this is my card of this is my aspiration. I'm going for it. I'm moving forward. But my Magician is in reverse. That means I'm not in the complete power of the Magician. That means there's an element missing. And I'm pretty sure that element will be the water. Okay, so even though you know where you're going, you're solid into what you want to do, what you want to go. You're gonna have you have your wands, your pentacles, your swords. Woo! Swords, justice. But something is, I'm in my head about it. Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Cup. I'm still resisting. And I'm not doing it. It's like I know what I want. I know that this is where I'm going, but I still don't feel I have the power to actually do it. Because of that old water. We need that water. Because if not, you'll still be resisting. You will not be in the flow. And you need to be in the flow. So for your mental to have the calmness, the serenity, and that it doesn't like hit you in your guts when you're trying to go towards your aspiration and what you want, what you your chariot, what you're aiming for. Your mind is gonna do some yes but here. I have what it takes, yes, but what if? What if we get hurt? What if I have to pull a judgment on this? I'm going to have to use my strength, my judgment, because something is resisting. And that, at the beginning of the month, there's a part of you that already knows what it is that is resisting. So this is really, it's a call for a new beginning. It's a call for you to trust where you want to go. But we trust when we feel it, not just when it's good on paper, especially if we have counter voices that are pretty harsh. So that cup here that you're not ready to take this month, that can change just by listening to this reading. If this triggers something in you during the month, re-listen to it and say to yourself, I gotta go get that cup. I have to allow that cup within me so that it can bring the serenity, the inner knowing, so I can hear my high priestess, and therefore I'll be able to, nothing will stop and I'll have the 4 kings then. So on this, my beautiful Sagittarius, it's a pivot month this month for you. So I'm going to call this pivotal because you're at the end of so many cycles, and so you need the water to ease your transition. So yeah, maybe transition is a better word. So on this, my beautiful Sagittarius, I am sending you all my love and light. And thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. If you want a private reading, the website is below. You book on there. You do all the schedule. Everything is on there. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations through the PayPal. It helps more than you think. And on the new moons and the full moons, I ask the divine to give you back. So on this, all my love and light. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.